everyone, welcome back to the weekly sports show. Today we have three topics on the mind: England Women's Euro, Manchester United v Rayo Vallecano, and of course the Community Shield between City and Liverpool. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and let's dive into the three topics. We have a couple of transfer notes I would like to mention. So starting off with transfers, Chelsea have come in and want to basically steal the transfer of Cucurella. Obviously, with Alonso speculated to leave and Chilwell not fit enough and not consistently playing, so they'll need a new left back. Yeah, Suarez officially signed for Nacional in Uruguay. I think he used to play for them as a kid. Alvaro Morata, who I only, United play Atletico Madrid the other day, and he obviously signed for them. And there's multiple other things going on, but nothing massive apart from Leno joining Fulham very soon. The verbal agreement's in place. It's just a case of getting over that line and securing the final bits and bobs. If you didn't hear, Sebastian Haller of Dortmund, ex-Ajax player, is undertaking chemo and will be out for several months as they deal with his cancer issues. So, hoping all is well with him and hope we see him on the field very soon after he has a speedy recovery. So let's jump into the Man United game first. A 1-1 draw against Rayo Vallecano, and we're seeing the return of Radamel Falcao to Old Trafford. I did not see the game, but I can't watch every Man United game. That's just a fact. Ronaldo was subbed after one half, tells you everything. Hopefully he pisses off to Lisbon or another team in Champions League, because I'm sick and tired of Ronaldo. Say what you want about him, but I despise him at the moment. He is tarnishing what it means to be a legend, and he just needs to leave the club because he's causing more issues than necessary. Brilliant to hear how well Garnacho played and Martinez playing, Eriksen. Who else played? Garner apparently played well. Chong, people said he played woeful. Don't really expect much from him, but Diallo getting a goal is brilliant after coming on in the second half. I still have no high hopes. And, people are saying Garnacho should be called to the Brighton game. I didn't see the highlights. But come on, let's be realistic. He played against one of the worst teams in the top Spanish division. Rayo Vallecano are nothing to write home about, and Garnacho should not travel to Brighton because, it's all about experience. Yeah, if you want him on the bench, of course, but, I still think people like Garnacho, Mejbri, Elanga, Chong, these are some of the players I just really can't see being successful in the main team. That's my opinion. Jumping on to the Community Shield, because nothing else more to talk about in the United game apart from we need Ronaldo to leave and some positives from the game, as I said. This game was a game where, City were in the driving seat. They should have, in moments, they should have won. Not won. They should have put it to bed. Haaland missed one karate chop as he does. Dives in midair. For me, I'm a huge Haaland fan. I absolutely love what he does, but he sort of ruined what City do. I was watching him and I'm thinking, De Bruyne was looking for these runs and, he felt limited because Haaland was in front of him, but he was running too far away, or he trying to push away. He was playing very weird, and he sort of was ruining the way you wanted to see City play, and it's beautiful football City play, and I just don't think it worked. I'm never going to write him off. I believe he'll have a sensational season and he'll become sensational for City, but the way he played and the way he looked just didn't work for me. And, the strike when he hit the crossbar and the smile he had on his face, smile of annoyance. You could tell in that moment and it just wasn't his game. He was annoyed. And to put it to bed even worse with Nunes coming on in the second half, getting the penalty. And I will stand on today. I get it was a handball, but for me, the rule needs changing. The ball was never going to a Liverpool play. It was never on targets. I don't understand why it was a penalty, because Diaz was jumping as well. So say what you want. Sort of ruined the game. And then obviously Nunes getting the third goal for City. So, the argument's been who's going to be better this season, Haaland or Nunes. On the day, on that Community Shield day, Nunes was more clinical. I'm not saying he was better because he barely played, but he was involved with two of the goals. And obviously the first goal came from I have no idea actually. Oh, Arnold. It came off the one player who should not have been on City's team, Ake. Don't know why Laporte or Stones weren't playing, but that was a huge mistake, in my opinion, from City. For City, I don't know, who scored for City? I have no idea, honestly. It wasn't Haaland. Oh, it was Alvarez. Alvarez, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess Alvarez, the youngster who people don't, who sort of in many ways writing off because he won't play as much, but he came on that pitch on left wing, tapping. But you've got to be there for those goals, and he was clinical. So brilliant to see young Alvarez on the score sheet. Nevertheless, Liverpool in the second half, they demolished City. City never really got into full gear in the 90 minutes. There was moments where they should have scored, but I'm saying there was no point where I was like, City are going to win this because the Liverpool in many ways outplayed them. Like Cancelo was atrocious at left back. Salah was making a mug of him. Ake just isn't a good player for City. He's not at the right level. It's like, I always say you're not a City player, you're not a United player. It's you're not at the right club. Go back to Bournemouth. And if Chelsea wanted him, it would make no difference to their team. And now I want to talk about huge congratulations to Liverpool. I think I wanted City more to win because I'm more of a fan of watching how they play, with Walker and De Bruyne and Grealish. And I like all these players and bringing Haaland in and Calvin Phillips in. But yeah, Liverpool well deserved. Some great goals, as I said, from Nunes and a great wit from Arnold. Salah probably should have on the score sheet, but he wasn't. But a 3-1 win, nevertheless. Jumping in to the big game, the women's Euros, England v Germany. What an accomplishment this is, to lift that trophy. I mean, I think one of the people who scored was a United player. It just truly, I mean, the game, in my opinion, was shit. and I will say this, the way, say what you want, the women would just drop into the floor like they'd been freaking ran over by a car and they'd been tapped, lightly pushed, shoulder barged, and this ref just wouldn't let the match flow. So, full credit to them, doing something the men have, never done in the Euros. I separate talking about men and women, because if women want more respect, then stop comparing yourself to men. They've done a huge thing for themselves. They need to keep pushing themselves forward. And as Ian Wright said, they need to invest more money. They need to pump more money in. And yeah, full credit to them. And as we always say, more women, more girls will now want to play football. They'll want to push through the grassroots. They want to get to those academies, and they'll want to be like their idols. But in regards to the game, first half, I missed the first 20 minutes, but then the 20 minutes I watched before the first half was okay. It was enjoyable. There was way too many fouls, though, and there were too much diving, in my opinion. Very pathetic from some of the German girls and the England girls. But the second 45 minutes was some of the worst football I've seen from England. They couldn't hold on to the ball. They couldn't pass. They couldn't shoot. They were overpassing. They just couldn't do anything. Again, they were dropping to the floor like they'd been punched or shot. So yeah, it wasn't the most pleasant thing to watch, and the keeping for the second goal for them to score was just. But I do want to say this: the first England goal was absolutely fantastic. The German goal was okay; it was decent, yeah. But the third goal, fucking hell, just embarrassing how the keeper dropped that. Um, But yeah, atrocious to watch in the second half, but full credit to them. They deserve to win. Huge 2-1 win. So full credit to the girls. I hope they celebrate well. And yeah, I can't wait to see more from them at their club level and at the national level. See what they do in the World Cup. That's where you got to step up. That's where the big teams, come into it. Your Argentinas, your Brazils, your Canadas, your USA's, your whoever's. Euros is huge to win, even in the men's level, for example. But it's not as hard, in my opinion, because you're missing out some of the biggest clubs in world football. It's still an achievement in itself. It's still really hard. But, the level of class Brazil and Argentina and those teams have, I'm excited to see what England can do. And, I hope more people stick with it and they're not just watching it now for the sake of it and then they don't watch it and the World Cup comes around and then they watch it again. So stay on that ball, stay on the form. And yeah, let me know down below your thoughts on the United game, the England game, and the City game. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and I'll see you next one. Goodbye.